Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is neallahd if you're new to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my summer makeup routine. It's going to be very light, very glowy, and very sun-kissed. So I'm first going to start out with my skin prep. What I've been using is the Haru Haru Wonder SPF 50. This is the chemical sunscreen, I believe. And this is a Korean sunscreen that doesn't have a white cast. So I'll put about this much on my face and just rub it in. The first step I like to do when I do my makeup is my eyebrows. I like to use the e.l.f. brow laminating gel. It's very simple. It's almost like a dupe of the Refi brow laminating gel, but that's like almost 30 in. We're on a budget right now. So what I like to do is brush up my eyebrows. So as they're brushed up, I let them set for probably around like a minute or two so it gets harder and more tacky, and then we'll go and carve out the eyebrow. I don't use any other eyebrow products like an eyebrow pencil because I think they're pretty full. I don't really need to fill them in anymore, and this is also a summer makeup look. We're not trying to go out in the heat in a full beat makeup. As my eyebrows are setting, I'm gonna put on this baby Vaseline on my lips just to prep them for later on. Now that they're set, we're gonna take this side of the brush. As you can already see, there's already been makeup on here. So we're just gonna carve out the eyebrows straight and then down at an angle. Now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is a pretty new primer for me. I probably bought this about a month ago, and I haven't been wearing much makeup, but I like it. So I'm gonna go in with about 3 pumps. Let it dry for a minute. Next, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint Stick. I like this stick better than the liquid skin tint that she has. I feel like this is just a better application. It makes it easier. This is my second one that I've used so far, and I'm in the shade 19. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. And I kind of do like a stippling motion because this is the summer. I don't want so much product on my face. Taking this foundation brush, I'm gonna go in and buff out the product. Then after that, I'll take the beauty blender and just pat my skin and make sure that there's no streak lines that the brush caused. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 50 Cafe. So I'm only gonna do a little bit. So I'm just gonna do a tiny dot under my eye, my forehead, the chin, the nose, down the bridge, and just a tiny dot in the corner. My all-time favorite blush is the Say Beauty liquid blush in the shade Cutie. Since we're going for like a sunburnt look, I'm gonna only place the blush placement pretty low on my face, so like right here, and not too much on the cheekbones. I'm also gonna take my Fenty Beauty contour stick in the shade Espresso. Also gonna place it down my chin. I'm also gonna place it right here. Taking an angled brush, I'm gonna blend in my contour. You can see how it's causing like a natural shadow and just giving me a more sculpted look. I'm also going to go in with the cream bronzer by Milani in the shade 130 just to add some more warmth to my face. I'm going in with the same brush, and we're going to put this below the contour that we placed, and we're gonna place the bronzer right above the contour on our cheekbones. We're gonna place the bronzer in like this ridge right here between the eyebrow and the inner corner to bring more warmth and dimension to the middle of the face. And we're also gonna carefully place some of the bronzer down the sides of the nose, just so our face doesn't look flat in the middle. I don't know if you can see a difference how this side is just more prominent than this side. That's what we're going for. Now we're gonna blend out the blush using this angled brush. And we're also gonna do a stippling motion with the blush too. Now your blush placement can be different from mine depending on your face shape, but what I like is to concentrate my blush more on the apples of my cheeks rather than the cheekbone. I don't really care for a lifted effect. I feel like my face is already longer than wide across it is, if that makes sense. So I want most of the color right here. Going in with this flat blending brush by e.l.f., I'm gonna start blending in my concealer. I'm gonna blend all the way across and bring it down to the corner of my nose. And I'm blending some of it down to the blush so it creates like a more blended look and it looks better. Now going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Ultra Blur Powder in Honey. I'm going to be taking the powder and place it in all the areas that we placed the concealer. And before you place the powder at the concealer part, make sure you re-blend the under eye so you don't pack in the creases. Next, to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Powder Foundation in the shade Zaria, and I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Total Face Brush. So any place that we didn't put the translucent powder, we're going to put this on. Next, the best part, blush. We're going in with the Milani Wild Rose blush, and once again we're going to concentrate this mainly on the apples of the cheeks because we're going to go in with a second blush on the cheekbones and dusting it onto the apples of the cheek. You can also take it onto the forehead just to give some color. And the second blush we're going with is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Rose. And this blush is shimmery. So the reason I don't put on the apples of the cheeks is because it will bring out the pores more and like emphasize it. We don't really want that, so. Now I'm going in with mascara, and I only do mascara on my top lashes, and I'll be going in with the Milani Highly Rated Lash Extension Tubing Mascara. We're gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution Highlighter Reload in the shade Raise the Bar, and we're gonna apply this with a fan brush to the top of the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, and the eyebrow. Now for my lip combo, I use Juvia's Place in the shade Cola, and then for lip gloss, I use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. And to top it all off on that, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. And the final step is setting spray, and I use, for right now, is the Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I'm just gonna mist this all over my So here is the makeup look. I'll show you in better lighting because I don't know what happens when I film makeup videos. Everything always looks off and I feel like nothing matches, but in person it matches very well. So I hope you enjoyed this glowy makeup look for summer, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!